This is the MGTOW Infinium here with another Infinium Free Talk. This Infinium Free Talk is entitled Personal Evidence Based on Experience. My brothers, earlier today I was viewing some content on Brother J.D. Miles' channel where he fully debunks the false premise that men are the only ones who commit mass shootings, which because of the ongoing assault against the MGTOW philosophy, JD has also roundly debunked the false claims that MGTOW men are the ones who commit mass shootings. My brothers, I would like to tag on to JD's work by relating a razor's edge close call which I experienced with a woman who had intended to commit a workplace mass shooting but failed in her attempts. As you may be aware of, there was a mass shooting committed by a woman in Atlanta, Georgia a few days ago. The woman involved, Raisa Kane, apparently snapped and went on a targeted shooting spree which involved a hit list of specific targets. Similar to the aforementioned, I too in the past was on a hit list of specific targets to be taken out. My brothers, before I get into the details of what happened to me personally, I need to state that from time to time I have experienced what I call God notions which lead me to take a certain action or direction. For instance, it was a God notion which set me upon the MGTOW path many years ago. As well, I've had other God notions such as don't go to a certain bank location only to find out later that an angry customer had shot up the bank and killed the branch manager. Or to not go to a particular hardware store only to find out later that the store was held up and the whole store was taken hostage by robbers. So it was a God notion which kept me out of the situation I am about to detail. The incident which I was involved in occurred back in my IT management days. At that time, there was a white woman employee in my place of employment who was a big troublemaker and who had caused trouble in every way possible. And even though she was not in management, she wielded power and acted like she was in management. As well, she would regularly make false accusations against fellow employees and also regularly went to the company vice president with her false complaints. Finally, there were many conflicts between this employee and managers, which I was one of the managers who had conflicts with this woman. This went on about a year and a half until she pushed things too far and was fired. About a week after this woman was terminated, I was getting ready for work when I got one of those God notions to call in sick and stay home. I started to resist the notion, but it only became more intense, so I eventually gave in and called in sick. At that time, I had the capability to work remotely and could perform most of what I need to do at home. When I went into work the next day, I was informed that this woman had attempted to execute a mass shooting at my workplace. As well, I was informed that she had a hit list of specific managers she had formerly had a problem with, including me, and was fully intent on killing every one of them. The only reason she failed was because she could not bully her way into the building I worked in. And in exasperation because of her failed efforts, that woman self-deleted herself in one of the employee parking lots. The only thing I can say for myself is had I ignored the God notion, I probably would have been shot by the employee due to me encountering her in the parking lot. Needless to say, a year or so later, when I was shopping for appliances in the Montgomery Ward's department store and overheard an enraged BAW who was having trouble with customer service screaming at the top of her lungs, "I'm going to get my gun and I'm going to kill everybody in this goddamn store," I got out of there immediately. My brothers, again, don't believe the lies and the fallacies that the feminist plantation state perpetuates in terms of MGTOW men being the ones who commit mass shootings. Remember, just because you exercise your right to be free and your right not to have a woman in your life does not make you in any way dangerous. And certainly it does not legitimize any lie about MGTOW men being solely the ones who commit mass shootings. This is the MGTOW Infinium, and this has been an Infinium Free Talk. My MGTOW brothers, as always, stay safe, stay strong, stay on the MGTOW path, and remember, MGTOW is the liberation of men's minds. MGTOW cannot and will not be stopped.